Welcome back to the channel. This time I'm gonna do a voiceover. This is Joe Wood, brown belt, super tight. Let's see how we come up with. So we stand up, we start on the knees. Right away, grab the collar, kick the leg the same side elbow. Let's in the slow motion. I grab his collar, I step up my right foot, he grab it. So I hold his right elbow and I kick the knee and I come up on a quick sweep. As you guys can see, I put my knee right on top of his shin to avoid him in a half guard. And then I'm hold his elbow and leg to don't let him recover. And I flat him up. Take my time here to score the points. And then I let go the head, starting reaching over the shoulder to flat him down a little bit more. So I knew I didn't have the underhook, so it would be easy for him to turn into me. So I kept holding his pants a little bit, and that's exactly what happened. He turned into me. Let's see in a slow motion. He placed his feet on the ground to create a momentum to bridge. So I knew that would come. So I prepared myself to step over and surprise him with the mount. So sometimes can go for umber right there. But I landed into mount, and he right away protect his arm because he knew that I wanted his arm. So I kept holding his elbow super tight in an ass mount. Before I put my right knee down, as you guys can see, he put both arms between my legs and it came out on the back door. And right away, I went under. So in slow motion, he slide under, get under my legs, and I started going to the north-south, and then he turned to the turtle position. And then he should sit to recover guard, but he rose, so I kind of flat him down a little bit, kept him there. So he ended up playing guard again. So he ended up playing guard, right? So now he come for the shallow collar drag right there. And then we reset the row on the knees. He ran for the guillotine. Right in slow motion. This is my favorite way to attack the wrist lock when he goes for the guillotine. Double hands on the wrist, on the elbow, and his wrist is stuck right there. Surprisingly, you get really bad wrist lock right there. So he freak out, pull his arm out, so I end up with double control on his wrist. And then I end up playing guard. So he's very tight, very tough to deal with. So I have to force to open him up. So I have the sleeve control right there, and then I decide to go for the collar to keep him close to me. By this point, I place foot on the bicep to play spider, but you can see his elbow super tight. So I kept bringing my right knee close to me, so he holding his foot. So I was baiting the arm. So right away, I tried to transition to an arm drag. So I kept his sleeves, position my hands on the belt, base up. So let's see in slow motion. I grab the arm, keep holding the collar, sink his head through it. So he's smart. He's holding my legs, don't let me go around. But I create a momentum to stuff his head down to the mat. So I update my grips to the belt, and then start pull. Look, I use my bottom momentum to push him down, and I knew that I have to post it. So I post my hands on the mat to go higher than his body. So now it's hard for him to back up, right? So I could go for a seat belt right there and or explore maybe a crucifix, but I decided to push him down to flat him. But and then we reset in the position, and he grabbed my leg, and then he took me down. I kind of accept the position, which I shouldn't, right? So now Joe's very tight right there. He always go for the over-under right there, but I kept my knee bothering him, so I get a control of his wrist right away, so he doesn't approach to the over-under or double-under or anything like that. So kept going here. I personally don't like the person who holds my collar, so I like to break that right away. And then what happened here is I knew he's very tight on my top leg with his left hands. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bait him to see if he can fall. So I think I did. So I kept him busy, never let him grow with his head on a cross line. So this is what happened here. I broke his grip and push him right away. You see, like when the person is very tight, so you guys can see it. I break that grip on the collar, and he was holding So I come up my elbow and push my knee onto his chest. And since he was so tight, he has to fall. So he ended up on bottom. So I kept the sleeve so he doesn't come up, right? And then we end up in kind of like a one leg X position right there. So pay attention right here. This is where I wanted to show you guys. So Joe has my leg and he's holding his own collar. So big problem. So keep pay attention right here. So look, he's holding my leg. Look how he's holding my leg around, wrap my leg around, holding his own collar, right? So I'm gonna say right away, he should hold my knee, right? Really depends what you want to do here. So it looks like his grips make him confused, so he doesn't know where he's going. He's trying to come up. If he come up, he has to hold my knee, which I'm gonna show in a second. So now remember I told you about his grip. He's wrapping my leg, holding his collar, and try to come up, right? So this was gonna happen. So he decided to go up. This look what happened. My knee drops, and now it's hard for him to even see it, right? That grip's not good for him. And then when I push him down, we're gonna see in a slow motion. So he decided to come up in the wrong grip. This is a huge mistake, and it's not Joe's mistake, but this is a really good heads up for you guys that likes to come up in that position. So when I push him down, look, it's hard. So I drive into him, and then he end up with the right grip. See his left knee, his left hand's on my knee. That's where he should be having right when he started position, right? So I hope he learned this lesson when he watched this video. So and then I push him down. I end up in that position, so I knew that he wants to go for the knee bar right there. And then I kept my knee, my patella, my knee pointing out, so I know that for him to get a knee bar, he needs to get his belly button in the same line of my patella. So if I turn my toes away, he won't get the knee bar. So keeping that in mind. And then we'll continue from here. I knew that he wants my foot, so now he gonna change to the overhook, which can go for the foot lock, but I kept my foot very flat right there, so he won't be able to get the foot lock. So by this time, I was in a panic. So you know what? I'm gonna go. Since he's in a fifth, I'm gonna open up his leg and go for the one of my favorite foot lock, the reverse lock right there. And then he got a tap. So let's go very slow right here. I open up the fifth. Now I go for my right hands, but he uses his left foot to block my biceps. So when he kicks, I accept his kick, and then look, I block his leg with my left hand, and I bring my right elbow again to block. I try to pull his leg deeper, and then I replace my left hand in, and then by the time I locked, and then trust me, when you bridge it in, the tap is right there. So it's really, really good. So you guys should study that lock. It's really nasty. Thank you for watching, guys. Thank you for sticking around and support the channel. Please subscribe, share the video, and give a thumbs up. This is how you guys help us grow the channel. So thank you so much. I really appreciate your support, and I'll do my best. I'll keep doing my best to help you grow your jiu-jitsu as fast as possible, showing the small details. Okay, thank you so much. Big OSS.